So personally, I like this book a lot better than the last graphic novel we read, just because I felt it was a lot easier to get into this book as an outsider. Um, and I just felt it was an easier read, and it gave me a lot more time to go back and look at the pictures as opposed to the last one where it was so long. I just had to like soldier on to get through it, let alone go back and look at pictures. I didn't really have time for that. So like as soon as I was finished with this book, I went right back and looked at the pictures because I like had to force myself to look at them throughout, just because I'm not used to the graphic novel form. But the questions I'm gonna be answering, I'm gonna answer first the first question and then the fourth question. So the first question is, how does the monkey serve as an allegory for the evolution of Jin in the American-born Chinese? So I felt like the monkey basically told, or well, he personally didn't, but it was the same story essentially. Like when the monkey first went to the dinner party, he was then like told like you can't come in just because you're a monkey. And then for Jin, when he first went to school, right away, even his teacher categorized him, saying, "Class, I'd like us all to meet or give a warm welcome to our new friend," and then got his name wrong, and then said he was from China, which he wasn't. So right off the bat, he was categorized, and then from then on, started noticing just like the monkey, how their difference instead of celebrating it. So for the monkey, when he went back, he had all of the monkeys be more human by wearing shoes, and then for Jin, this took place. It showed this when he was talking to the new kid in school, and he's saying, "You're in America," on this page. "You're in America, speak English." So they both like point out the difference in them versus the majority or the ones in power. But yeah, throughout the story, it goes on, and the monkey just goes through battles just the same as Jin. Um, but yeah, so their stories just mirror each other in every way. As far as question number 4, do you find the graphic novel as effective medium for Yang to tell a story? Absolutely. I think, which is weird for me because I hate graphic novels usually, but specifically for this character, it was so important because that was the only part where I felt uncomfortable reading it. And even though all of these stereotypes that he brings up are ones I've heard of, it was taking a different, it was it was different seeing it portrayed in such a way like that. It made me feel really uncomfortable and actually embarrassed by the fact that these stereotypes exist, because I feel like in words, if this character had like peed in the guy's coke, which he did in the story, if you read it as a novel, it wouldn't have had the same effect as if like seeing him snatch the coke from the kid unknowingly. I think yeah, I wouldn't have got the same effect from this without the actual pictures with it. Um, if the story was just being told about Jin, I don't think it would have been necessary for it to be a graphic novel. But the three stories being intertwined, having pictures allowed that to happen a lot easier because there was different like clips or little pictures or hints that this was going to happen throughout, which I thought made it predictable, but at the same time made it easier to transition. Like for example, from when Jin's best friend first comes to his school, I noticed right away that he was wearing like this robot shirt. I don't know if you can see it. My camera's really bad, but a robot shirt. And I was like, well, obviously they're my best friends. I mean, Jin has his Transformers and like wants to be a Transformer when he grows up. So like from just little hints like that, if you look at the pictures that it is shown, and then even there was hints about David or Danny being, or Jim and Danny being the same person, which I noticed just because I thought it was so weird that like when they're both I'm trying to get the page seeing girls or like looking at girls, they drool, like actual physical drool, and I thought that was so gross. So I noticed it both times, and I was like, hmm. But they're just by the pictures. There's those certain hints and stuff that these are intertwined stories. So I definitely think it was necessary that it was a graphic novel.